Hey everybody, welcome to day 149 of Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of a full-time reseller supporting her family. It is Monday, November 4th, 2024, and we did not meet our sales goal today. It was a good day though. I can't complain. I did a lot of shipping yesterday, so that should, hopefully balance out today, and hopefully the week will be balanced. Especially after the election, and we'll see. Okay, high hopes here. Very high hopes, but have my head down, focused, doing the things I need to do and making it happen. Also, I'm just looking at my desk, and why did I hit record? Because I am not reset to zero, because I'm still working on a couple of things here, but I wanted to record before we do our book club, which is how to win friends and influence people. I have that in about an hour and a half, and I wanted to record before that. So I am not reset to zero, but I promise I will be right after book club. I will get the rest of what I'm working on cleaned up here. The various like cups of tea I have on my desk, the listings I'm in the middle of, all that good stuff. I will do that, as will Jill of Rusted Truck Relics, Jason the CNT Swapper, Char Fabulous Flamingos, Kathy Singz, Nick Mr. C Chats, Vanessa Brightest Holidays, the Diabetic Reseller, Judith R, and Pam of Whimsy and Such. I don't know what Pam's reset to zero is going to look like tonight, because she is in the middle of redoing her office, and I am so proud of her. She is making it happen, and I know she was inspired by some other people in our community, so go, Pam. You got this. You're doing the thing. You are investing time now so that you will be much more efficient during your winter workaholism, so you can enjoy your summer lake life. Go, Pam. All right. Yes, I'm watching. Okay. So everybody's reset to zero. My shipping is done, my afternoon shipping. So that's pretty cool. I got a huge delivery today of items to consign. I'm going to be very, very busy this week. I'm finishing up an estate that I took on quite a few months ago. Hopefully finishing that up this week, and then moving on to the shipment of new items I've been getting. It's been coming in dribs and drabs all week. Well, last week and this week, and I was keeping up. And then today I walked out and I was like, oh my gosh, the postal people must have really been cursing me today, because it was just piles of stuff. All right, but it's all good. That's what keeps the business running. Super exciting. I'm sure there's some awesome items in there. I'll have to tell you guys a little bit, maybe start to tell you a little bit about what's selling every now and again, because maybe you'll find that interesting and what I'm doing well with. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in me sharing as part of the Reseller Reflections occasionally. I don't want to run through what I've sold every day. But anyway, all right. So tonight, talking about the power of the pause. And I kind of went down a little bit of a rabbit hole, which is why I'm coming to you a little early, because I had to stop. All right. So we were talking about how it all started. As we were reading How to Win Friends and Influence People, we were talking about how, some of these things are hard. It's not human nature to implement these things. It's not human nature not to correct people, or, to jump in and do the talking, and to be a good listener, or to just naturally put yourself in the other person's shoes, which is what Dale Carnegie is asking us to do in that book. And it is a very effective strategy in all areas of life. But it's not natural, right? So we were talking about how powerful it is to pause and see how we can implement these things. And there's a lot of power in that pause. And then I'd also heard on a podcast I was listening to, and I couldn't find it. I tried like heck to find it before I came on here. It was a Mel Robbins podcast. She was interviewing someone, and this person was talking about this great advice they got when they were taking on a new position, was to just let everything go to voicemail. And there was power in pausing that, right? And then just listening to the messages, because you're not automatically overcome with the urgent, right? You can listen to the message. You can decide if it's urgent. You can decide if you need to respond right then or there, or whether it's something that can wait. And then I'm linking up this video. It is the diabetic reseller, Vanessa. She did a video about her husband had said something like, you get paid to pause. And the power, it's kind of same idea, right? Like, we think about pausing and that there's a lot of power in that. And before we make a decision, right, we want to stop, we don't want to make a split second. I mean, fast decision making is a great thing, but not if you're just jumping and doing it based on emotion and not the facts. In that pause, you can, consider what is the emotional reaction and what is, the logical choice. And having that time is where you get paid to pause and make that decision and take the emotion out of it. All right. So it's another good thing about pauses. I'm linking up her video because I thought it was a really good description of that, getting paid to pause. So I started looking up the power of the pause, and, there's a lot of things out there about, taking a pause in your life to really consider if you're going in the right direction. That's not really what I'm getting into tonight, though. I didn't want to go down that. I think there's a lot to say about that as well. But mostly what I wanted to focus on, and the big thing I'm getting out of the power of the pause, is one, we can put ourselves in the other person's shoes and take the emotion out of a decision instead of making a hasty decision or something that is too emotional. The second thing is saying no. And I know that is something we all struggle with. It is hard to say no. There are different ways to say no. However, the power of a pause is that you are not making an emotional decision, that you can evaluate it, that you can find a way to say no. You can say no. I found myself really caught up in this in a personal thing just the other day. Um, Somebody wanted me to do something for them, and they were getting me like all worked up in the moment and telling me all the reasons I need to do this, and this needs to be done, and it just urgent, and just like, I found myself getting sucked into it and caught up in the emotion of the moment. And I'm like, I just kept saying, like, I'm sorry, I don't have time to do that right now. I need, and I need it. I didn't use the power of the pause. I overcommitted, and I said I would do something that I'm not going to be able to do effectively. And looking back, I mean, I wasn't thinking about the power of the pause in that moment at all, but it totally would have fixed the situation, and I wouldn't have found myself caught up in something that I can't do effectively. So, the power of the pause. Take a pause. Don't make emotional decisions. Don't make rash decisions. It's okay to pause. It's okay to let things go to voicemail. It's okay to say, you know what? I'll get back to you. You know what? Let me think about it. All right. So the power of the pause, don't underestimate it. The other thing that came up a lot when I searched the power of the pause was its effectiveness in public speaking. Now, I am not a public speaker. Although you know what, I would like to learn some skills in that area. I really would. Now that I'm not afraid to speak, I would like to get better at that. And there is a whole lot out there. Maybe some of you are public speakers. Maybe some of you utilize the power of the pause. I don't know much about it, but I think it's really interesting, and it's definitely something I want to look into. But that's the power of the pause. Apparently, the pause has a lot of power. So take it. Give yourself the gift of the power of the pause. All right, guys, I'm going to link up the diabetic resellers video, the get paid to pause video, and I hope everybody has an awesome night. I will see you on day 150. Bye.